Welcome to the Word of Truth. This is Teacher D.H. Boone. Today's message is called Be Alert, Watchful, and in Prayer. Because your adversary, the devil, is around here roaming the earth, seeking whom he may devour. The enemy is very busy. People don't realize how busy the enemy is and how real he is. It could be a he or a she. The enemy works through people just like God works through people. That's why you always have to be alert. The enemy is trying to deceive people. He want to deceive you if he can. He look for any opening that you might have to let him in. And once you give him an opening, and then he take it from there. The enemy like to feed off of negativity. The enemy is miserable. So he wants to make you miserable. That's why he will mess with your mind. He uses things to mess with your mind. He uses things to get to you. He will probe and see what it is that you're sensitive to, what bothers you, because he wants to destroy you. He's after your mind. He don't care about your relationships. He don't care about what's going on at work. He don't care about houses and cars and stuff because he can't drive none of them. But what he do care about, if he could use those things to get to your mind, because he know that once you give up, then he'll move on to the next person. So he wants you to give up. He know that he been kicked out of heaven. So misery loves company. He don't want you to make it. So he try to throw things and curveballs, so you could give up. But giving up is not an option. Do not give up. You always have to be alert. You can't trust everybody. You can't judge a book by its cover, because you can't go by an outward appearance. I just had a dream last night when God had showed me it was this guy. He was so attractive, and he was a ladies' man. Anybody, any young lady would want to talk to him going by his looks. But then God showed me behind the scenes when he was like, you know what? Yeah, let me train and let me prepare so I could kill these black MFs, and he had somebody with him. Now that's a dream. So that's showing me and telling me that you can't trust a book by its cover. Everything that look good on the outside is not genuine on the inside. And see, God, when he tell you don't trust people, you can't trust them. You can't go about how they look on the outside or how they talk. They talk nice and they talk sweet. No, they don't like you. If they show you they don't like you, you got to look for little signs. You got to look for you have to be alert. That's why you have to be alert, watchful, and in prayer all the time. You got to say, Lord, do for me what I can't do for myself. Because God say, be anxious for nothing, but in prayer and petition, let your requests be made known. And the God of peace who surpass all understanding will guard your heart and mind by Christ Jesus. All you got to do is ask God, Father, show me the people who can't be trusted. Show me the people who really don't like me. Show me the people who want me to fail. Show me, Father. Show me what I can't see. See, God could see in the spirit. God could read hearts. God know the people who don't like you. He know the people who want to prey on you. Not pray for you, but pray on you. See, God knows these people. See, the enemy be sitting back roaming, seeking who he may devour. As soon as you let your guard down, then he'll come in. That's why you can't never let your guard down. You can't trust everybody. You can't look at a book by its cover, because the enemy is real. He here to kill, steal, and destroy. You can't trust him. You can't trust nothing about him. That's why you got to trust God. That's why you got to get your relationship right with God. That's why you got to be in the Word. The Word will set you free, because the Word is the truth. If you don't know the truth, then how can you spot a lie? How can you spot the deception and notice the deception of the enemy? See, the enemy, he want to be nice. He want to get close to you. He wants you to talk. He wants you to give him information, but he going to use that same information that you give him. He going to use it against you. So that's why you can't talk too much. That's why you have to listen. And you know what? And if some people, God separate you from some people, trust them. It's for a reason. When you ask God to do for you what you can't do for yourself, that's what he will do. But see, the enemy is so busy now. I mean, he's really busy. He's trying to break up marriages. He's trying to break up homes. He's trying to break up communities. He's trying to destroy you and your reputation. He's trying to destroy your future, and he will use anything, any means necessary to do it. But see, if he can't get to you, then he ain't gonna waste his time. If he know he can't get you, he gonna get to the next person. That's why you got to strengthen your areas where you're weak. See, the guy allowed the enemy to test us in certain areas, to build us and to shape us and to mold us, and also to show the enemy that, hey, that my son or my daughter is not going to give in because they're going to listen to me. See, the enemy, he always want to go to God and accuse us because he is a great accuser, because he know he was kicked out of heaven for his deception and for his pride. So he want to go to God and accuse us of having pride, or being disobedient, of being high-minded, and being walking in other ways than walking with the Lord. See, he's the great deceiver, but he is the great accuser. He want to deceive you so he could go and accuse you. So don't let him have nothing on you. Instead of letting the enemy study you and learn about you, so you got to study the enemy and you got to learn about him, and you have to realize his tactics. And see, he tried to set you up to get you to fail, because he do want you to be dirty like him. But it's a time when you have to walk away from people, and it's a time when you have to say, I'm not going to be nobody fool. But you know what? It's a time too when you have to say, I'm not going to do that because that person did that to me. Because if somebody steal from you, don't go steal from them. What you do is you give it to God. See, certain things you got to give to God, let him work it out, because God say, vengeance belong to me, I will repay. But it is a time when you have to walk away from people, because you have to keep your sanity. You have to keep your energy filled. You have to keep good energy, because you want positivity around you, because you want to continue to grow and to heal and to triumph and to be steadfast. You want to go. You want to rise to new heights, and you don't want nothing and no one to stop you. So always remember, the enemy don't like you. The enemy is here to steal, kill, and destroy, and the enemy works through people. That's why don't let the enemy know too much about you, because you know why? Because the enemy will use what he know about you against you. So that's why you have to be quiet. That's why it's better to listen than to talk to so much, because you will learn a lot about people. Just let them talk. Just let them reveal about them. If you be quiet and listen, they will tell you how they are. But see, an enemy is not going to tell you and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to knock you upside your head. I'm going to deceive you. I am going to steal from you. I am going to stab you in the back. See, the enemy is not going to tell you that. But God will reveal to you what the enemy will do and the plans that the enemy have against you. But you have to remember, you stay close to God and you believe him and you have faith in him, because he said faith the size of a mustard seed could move a mountain. But he also said, in Jesus' mighty name, he said, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. See, he didn't say that the weapon won't be formed, that the enemy won't try to form a weapon. He said it won't prosper. So you have to trust him. The enemy going to try to form a weapon, but it's not going to prosper. And he will refute every tongue to rise up against you. That's why you got to keep your eyes and mind on God. Let God handle the enemy. And when it's time for you to speak up, if it's time for you to say something, you say your truth and say what you got to say, and you just keep it moving. But don't let the enemy make you lose your peace. Let God handle it, because God say vengeance belong to him and he will repay. So always remember that the enemy is busy nowadays. He want to deceive you. He don't want you to make it to the kingdom of heaven. He wants you to worship him, which is the God of this world. He's the prince of this world. He wants you to worship him, and you worship him by doing opposite what God commanded you to do. Make sure that you listen to God, obey him. Obedience is greater than sacrifice. Make sure you obey him. Make sure that you sacrifice, make sure that you be a God pleaser and not a man pleaser. Make sure that, hey, if people walk away from you because you obey God, let them walk. But you make sure you never, ever consequence, your relationship with God for any man or woman. Don't never jeopardize your relationship with the Lord for any person, place, or thing. Always remember that the enemy is on the prowl. He roaming. He's seeking whom he may devour. Don't let him catch you with your guards down. Always keep your guards up. Always you stay in prayer. Always keep your eyes and mind on God and keep praying and keep hope alive and keep the faith because God is with you. If God before you, can't nobody be against you. Until next time, may the peace of God be with you. Peace.